COVID, or they have gone through a lot of personal trauma while getting treated. So some of the stories have been very disturbing.
Yeah, yeah, that's very true. What about your daughter? Your daughter feels well?
She is fine, Prabhu. Did you speak to Tapan Mishra, Prabhu's daughter, Prabhu? Could you send him a message?
No, he didn't tell me. Tapana Mishra Prabhu. Tapana Mishra Prabhu, he wrote to me, I'm very sorry about your family crisis. Sure, Prabhu, I am in the middle of a family health crisis, so we'll try best to join. He never told me about the details.
No, he's bad.
His daughter, but you told me, yeah.
Lalita Madhav Prabhu, how's your parenting happening?
It's going on. It's good. I am very much, I've got a very good partner, and she is really wonderful. And I'm trying to support her as best as I can. She, so it's trying to share, but she is really, she's really doing amazingly. But we're both enjoying it very much.
Wow, it's a real enjoyment and pleasure to see the baby growing, and especially the 5-6 years is amazing.
Amazing, yeah. And like if a few weeks ago he started smiling socially, like consciously. And that really wonderful thing to be able, to see the smiling face.
No, this is most important, Prabhu. This whole experience is highly rich. I mean, these first 5 years are very special.
Yes, definitely. And then after 5, then you can forget about them, no problem.
Yeah, 5.
A little bit beating, a little bit.
Then they are grown up, they can figure out everything.
5, I told only 5, that is the reason. It's not even 6, 5 years.
5 years, and then...
Actually, the Jesuits in Japan, when they came to Japan in the 15th century, the Jesuits, they told the Japanese, you give us your babies till they are 5 years old, they thought. And then they did that. So the idea was that if you want to influence a child, a baby, the best is the first 5 years, because it will be reserved in his consciousness in a way that you can't take it away.
Yes.
So that's how they spread Christianity in Japan. So that's very interesting.
That's right, yeah.
5 years.
Yes, I feel with the baby, you're dealing with a future grown man's unconscious. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean,
it will persist, but it will maybe be underneath.
Yes, unconscious, subconscious.
Yeah, the future subconscious of a grown man.
Yeah.
But Lalita Madhav Prabhu, do you have to little bit reschedule your routine to manage some of the activities, to manage the boy? Or how is it? Is it like you? Is it business as usual for you?
No, basically my partner. She can function fine as long as she knows what my routine is. So I have to. Basically, it's no longer I can be in the office, and if more work comes, I can work indefinitely. A set number of I have to give her some idea of when I'm going to. I take him in the morning to help her out in the morning, so she gets more rest, and then I go to the office for 6 hours roughly. And then I come back, and then I have to take weekends off normally. So this is a one-off. I can't really do weekends normally.
All right. Thank you. Yeah, I was wondering because it's both the parents need to give that time to the baby.
Yeah, exactly. And normally weekend is the time where I do more, pull my weight more. More family.
And it's fantastic that you finish your thesis at the same time.
Yeah, exactly.
So now you have more time, because before you're done with your thesis, it's hellish, as we all know.
So it was a plan, really.
It's a plan, yeah. It was.
But Lalita Madhav Prabhu, you are so special. Your face, your voice, it's really special. It's very special.
Your beard also.
Yeah, the beard.
My beard. Oh yes, thank you so much.
Like
so
take
a screenshot of it, and you could keep it on your phone when you want to have a little bit of happiness, a dose of happiness throughout the day.
No, we are fortunate. Pranava Prabhu, had this project not come up, Prabhu, we would not have been able to interact with you. Really, it's some Krishna's grace that we are able to interact. Otherwise, where you would have existed in one corner, we would have existed here.
It's my good fortune, and it's my great fortune to know all of you, and of course, first of all, knowing Pranava Prabhu. It's really been a wonderful friendship, and I look up to him. I've learned very much from him, and a great pleasure to work with him. He's a joy to work with, because he's such a reasonable person.
Yes.
No, really.
Reasonable is a good adjective for Pranava Prabhu. Such a reasonable, actually, I have to admit this.
Oh, no.
Dr. Sumanta and Pranava Prabhu, I'm sure you would take it in the right place. Sure. Dr. Sumanta says that Pranava Prabhu is cute. So
Okay.
even at the age of 60s, so you
have no hair.
can because you're so sweet, like you're talking about Nitai Prabhu, he's obviously very sweet, but even
now-
Pranava Prabhu is still is sweet.
Very sweet.
Even
And now
at this
Balramila
age.
Prabhu and Shumanta Prabhu they're also shaken.
No, but Balramila Prabhu did it just now. It's his new look. It's his new look, Prabhu.
Yeah,
It
I
looks very
realized
good.
that.
Prabhu,
It's
you look very
fantastic.
handsome. It's very good.
Lalit Mathur, I was waiting for your comment actually.
Yeah.
I was a
Yeah.
little shy to ask you, but I was waiting for you.
You look very-
Because you have been increasing the length, so I had to kind of compensate it. But yeah, it's a good experience. I think after 10, 12 years or something, I'm doing it. I think I probably did it, trying to remember, maybe second initiation, which was in 2010.
Oh, wow.
So it's almost like 11 years.
Wow. That's wonderful.
But it's especially with the weather here in Kolkata, 35 degrees Celsius.
Yeah,
And all,
Did
it's a
you do it with
wonderful
the?
experience.
Did you do it with the shaver or the razor blade?
With the shaver and then the razor blade.
Oh, and then the razor. So you went full bald.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
so now it's been like 5-6
Very
days
good.
maybe. So within 5-6 days, it's grown like
Yeah.
a little bit, as you can see. You want to see it closer?
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Yeah.
But it's like every time you take the shower, then you come out and the hand goes like, I take the comb and I go like this, and I'm like, oh, no needed anymore. Not needed. It's like,
Yeah, I always found
It's a
actually
good
going
feeling.
really with the razor blade always a bit because when it grows back for the first few days, it feels like Velcro. So everything is sticking to it,
Exactly. It is like Velcro. That's the feeling right now.
But I do every day with with the razor. I raise the bear first,
And then you
the head.
immediately go up also. Actually, I want to try
Exactly.
that. This
It's
time my
very
friend did
natural.
it, but I will do it on my own also. I want to try it.
Yeah,
I
it's
was
very
thinking about-
natural. I tell you.
So you kind of go,
day.
so you go
Just
like
a
this,
few
and then you
minutes.
go up like this, and you do the whole thing like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Try that. That'll be
Just a
nice.
few minutes, but it's very comfortable.
That's great. Yeah,
Very
that's
simple.
great.
Yeah.
You are like exactly clean shaven every single day, Pranava Prabhu. Not one
every
day I
day.
see. Every single day.
It takes only a few minutes, so it's
How
no
long have
problem
you
at
been
all.
doing that for, Pranava Prabhu?
Since 1983.
83.
Yeah.
I'm born in 82. Wow.
I started in Vrindavan. I was a hippie. I had a long, like long hair. I came to Vrindavan, 1983, and the devotees, they told me. And then I was interested to study. I started chanting Hare Krishna 16 rounds every day, and then they told me, now you have to share. I said, what do you mean? Yeah, you had to cut everything out. So I did that, and after that, I does it all the time.
Okay. Oh wow, I was reading Shyamasundar Prabhu's biography of Srila Prabhupada, and he's talking about one of the first classes that he heard Srila Prabhupada speaking in, and he's talking about the hippies, and he's saying, and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has descended, and he will save you, and he will shave you.
Oh,
So I had this experience. I had this experience, real, truly. With the devotees, they told me, now you have to shave. All right.
He'll save you and he'll shave you. Actually, Prabhupada has many statements,
Srila
I think, where he's
Prabhupada.
saying these devotees, clean shaven, tilak and all, they look like Vaikuntha men.
Exactly.
I think there are many statements like that.
Yeah, and contrasting it with the long-haired hippies.
In fact, Radhanath Maharaj also in Journey Home, he talks about the big haircut in Vrindavan. Similar, same to like Pranava Prabhu.
Yeah.
The big haircut.
So there is a lot of experience about that. But
Jai,
for now,
jai, jai.
Lucia, don't worry about that. Lalita Madhava.
Don't.
You look wonderful. Like
I actually used to have for a long time. I kept very short hair and long shika, and then I had to go back for the army in Singapore for the second time in 2007 or 8, and then they made me cut off my shika. But I had quite a long shika, and I like to keep my hair very short. And then after that, then I became a normal guy again.
Yeah. Don't worry, you look fantastic.
Yeah, you look very nice, Prabhu. You look like.
Yeah. Okay. Enough of the pleasantries.
Yeah, today it was a little bit more. And hopefully you will show us Nitai Prabhu towards the end of the meeting.
Yes,
Let's see.
yes.
That can work out. So maybe Lalit Madhav Prabhu, would you want to share anything, or we had some thoughts of what I could share with you? What would
No,
you
I
want to
think
do?
I think it's you guys really, and you know,
Okay.
I think I
So
shared what
let
I
me
had to
just
share.
share then. We had some internal discussions,
Great.
and I just wanted to share a quick summary with you based on that, based on what you had mentioned. So just stepping back for just a few minutes, let's say 2-3 minutes at least. So if you see, this is our start of our project, Prabhu. You know, this is the goal of the project. That, and essentially it came from your side, but it completely aligned with what BRC anyway wanted to do, because BRC is, you know that the BRC prize collection by Pranava Prabhu's hard work, Hariswari Prabhu, is the Sundaranda Vidya Vinod collection.
Yes.
That really is, and the overall goal of BRC is that the Sundaranda Vidya Vinod collection should be presented to the world in the best customized way as much as possible. So showcase, study, search of the collection, and we are starting with journals now, but essentially should be done in the best way that we can do it. Whether, you know, and create, remember we talked about this, like a one-stop shop, customized, means to provide the features all that we would want to provide for these entire collection, starting with the journals, let's say, right now, so that, and these were exactly your own words too, that people, whether it is devotees or scholars, etc., who are looking to study these in whatever way, shape, or form, like for their big PhD research or in general, some small things, whatever, they know that this is the place to come to. And if they, and because we will put our hearts out and put all our time, resources, and energy, this will be the core of BRC to make this make this thing available in the bestest way possible. So that was the overall idea. That's the overall mission. And when you mentioned that you had that thought already also, that you want to, and you remember at the very start, we came up with this. You said, yeah, I would like to have a platform like this where we can do this. So we then came up with this. Yes, we are essentially looking at showcase, search, and study these things and create a customized one-stop shop for that. So that was the overall idea. So once we are clear with that, now what we did based on our latest discussion, we thought, okay, let's look at what features would we want to provide here, which will really provide it that real, like the creamy layer, not just a, online reading platform, but something way more than that, and more can be built on top of that. Like that, to provide the best features. Obviously, these are all the journals that we were first talking about that we already know, but these are the few things we listed down, and there is 2 slides like that. So in the first slide we talked about, so I'll briefly mention it. Our technical Siddhari Prabhu, Madhav Kiran Prabhu, others will chime in. So essentially, we want to have the platform where we can put more and more good metadata there. And based on that metadata, a lot of different features can be provided. So right now we are looking at, the date, the issue, the volume, the language, the name of the journal, or there can be more, and then other things like we will talk about in the next ones, but more and more metadata to be built. Then Bengali dictionary to be there, and a lot of it is derived from what you already had in the Shakta project. That's became like a one platform to see, but we can see more and more and even come up with more and more, because this is our core area. So Bengali dictionary, Bengali keyboard for search. So you type in your English keyboard, but it shows up as Bengali text and you can search. Then the list of article titles. And so we can manually come up with all the article titles. That becomes an index for within an issue. So there one issue is one row in our thing right now, but within that issue, if there were 10 articles in there, all of them are listed down. But they are not just article titles, they can actually become clickable article titles. So you click on that and you go there. Then another thing is differentiate between, so if I want to search for the word Advaita, but I do not want to search the entire text, I want to know which articles have their titles have Advaita, not the entire text has Advaita. So we would like to have that feature also. Just do a title search, not the full text search.
Yeah.
Then OCR search. And so it was obviously just OCR, but full OCR of the, I mean, some OCR, but ideally, something which is even manually completely verified, not just with an automated engine to make it proper OCR. Enterprise search is essentially full text search. And also when you search it, then it will take you to that exact place where it was in that particular, in that particular article. And there can be more things, which again, this could be a next step, which may not be do immediately, but we are looking at this as the core thing which BRC has to offer to the world. And so that is why we would like to go all the way to do this transliteration, translation, like you are already doing in the Shakta project for the individual manuscripts. You are even translating in multiple languages. We can see, so even later on, we could do that. Then more and more features for manuscripts, because right now we're doing journals, but BRC itself has some manuscripts right now, and more and more people are also wanting to support us that we should really increase. In fact, Shaunagrishi Prabhu himself told me that next 10 years, there's so many crores of manuscripts which are there in India may get lost. So this is the most important project you should focus on. So people are willing to support us directly in the manuscript mission. So in this search, showcase, and study online customized one-shop platform that we develop, we can build more and more features for the manuscripts thing also, as much as we will do also for the journals like that. So we have listed down some of these features here, but we would, as we churn it more and more, the idea we try to bring forward is, because it is the core of what BRC wants to do, we would like to invest time, energy, resources, money in this field, even on the software side, because as we talked about before, this is it's a software project, but BRC will wholeheartedly wants to take the software project. That's the point. Otherwise, why would we want to get into software where we're saying that we are into philosophical research like that? But we, after all our churning, are very clear about this point. We want to make this the core, because this is the core of what BRC has to offer. So we want to make a better and better platform for this purpose, to make this thing in the showcase it, do all of these things in the bestest way possible. In the background, we may use all kinds of tools, but the front end watch tool to bring in how to do whatever and come up with the final, let's say, the Amazon of Gaudiya Vaishnava journalism. So it's one website that you go to, but you can get through, various features which can be built on over, on top of each other again and again. So because we'll focus on this thing, that's how we would, like to make this a increasingly better platform for this purpose, like that. So Phil, so that's we wanted to kind of summarize this thing as to what we would like to anything yourself or anybody else would like to add to this thing. Then please feel free to.
I think that sounds great as a vision. Yeah, really. I think you've captured all the key points, and all the features that we're looking for, I think, have been enumerated here. I also like the idea of, the first phase, of course, is showcasing, in the best way possible and making accessible and usable. And then we can start to think about, or, the next level, of course, is making these even more widely available, is the translation phase. But as we said before, we don't want to jump too quickly there, because you don't want to
yes.
But by making these available, you make them, you draw you attract others to the project, and eventually,
Yeah.
The translation becomes more feasible at some point. I mean, it could be a kind of a Wikipedia style translation project in that, it's a communal type endeavor where, I mean, of course there has to be some checks and balances.
Yes. Yeah, just like, Wanipedia and all are doing like that kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. So something like that,
yeah, because with the massive, we just had a call with His Holiness Devamrit Swami Maharaj, Devamrit Swami Maharaj in Australia.
Yes, of course,
so he ended that call by towards the end saying that he's extremely happy, first of all, with all the good work that we are trying to do, and we mentioned all the work that we are discussing with yourself also at OCHS, and he ended it by saying that my dream, he used that word dream, my dream is that all of this that you have from Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur's newspapers or journals, etc. He said, if you can translate, make that available to the world, that is extreme. That would be very exciting.
Certainly,
he's saying. So it's like a dream for him personally. So this is the kind of thing we are hearing over and again, that if we can make this thing available in the bestest way possible, there are so many devotees and scholars, etc., are looking for. He was saying, how did Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur did whatever he did? It would have been so exciting to see with all the Gaudiya Math. How did he create all of those? So much activity was going on. He's starting a daily newspaper, opening so many mats, other things. How were they doing? What was happening on a day-to-day thing would be so exciting to see. But I'm just saying, this is a recent thing we are hearing.
Yeah, there was there must have been a huge team. I mean, there obviously was, we know, and Pranava Prabhu knows far better than I, but a huge team of very qualified people. Imagine a daily newspaper, an English language a journal, that's being published regularly with a variety of contributors writing very substantive articles, not just Iwa, like a little bit, but like, really going deeply into various philosophical, historical subjects.
Yes.
And then a Bengali one, the Gaudiya, which was, really the indigenous mouthpiece. It's phenomenal, really, how many qualified people and what a culture of, devotional intellectual activity. It was encouraged. That it must have been really encouraged, actually. And thereby became a cultural force in the context of early 20th century in India more generally, and then eventually we know across the world. But how many qualified people were there? It's, and it attracted that caliber. Really, really impressive.
Yeah,
amazing.
Unprecedented. Yeah.
And with all that, the expansion program of Gaudiya Math is happening. It's phenomenal, Prabhu. It is unimaginable. Like our company has a newsletter, VFS Global. We are a staff strength of about 10,000 people. It takes them 1 month to release that newsletter in a monthly way. How could we do that? I can't imagine that.
Exactly. How he was asked, what is it? He was asked once, how are you going to do a daily newspaper? Saraswati Thakur replied, so I'm paraphrasing, of course, but look how many newspapers there are in the, and this is the news of the finite world. There cannot be one daily newspaper of the infinite world.
Yeah.
Like that. What a statement it was,
whenever I think, I look back at that period, I just think, oh my God, this is just so, it was encouraged as well. It was really encouraged. Sometimes, there's some rhetoric is, sort of putting down scholarship because it's kind of like, whatever, mental activity and not really savor proper, etc. But actually it's really deeply part of our tradition, and even in recent history, that this has a place in the life of a Gaudiya Vaishnav or Gaudiya Vaishnav movement. Of course it must have been from the early days of the Goswamis, how much literature they produced. It's like we're meant to be doing this. This is our function, actually.
Yeah. This is our main function. Yeah.
And I can see that this will lay the foundation for the kind of work that, of course, this is not just, we don't want to keep it restricted in Bengali. That's not the point, but we need to make it accessible in a way that if we build a really beautiful platform, people will feel inspired to contribute to it. You can see the Bangla text, so you can check the translation, and then there,
yeah. So this is the key point, Prabhu, that you're bringing in this, because when in this particular meeting's context, we're talking about this customized platform. But if that platform can become so user friendly, and actually in the event, you can even just use the word exciting. Just if you would come to that platform and you would see, wow, I can do this and I can see this, I can, and like you go to Vani PD also, he has a nice thing. He has the scan of the text, and beside that he has the typed text, and it looks nice. We have to bring it that ancient history, and at the same time make it modern, accessible, and usable, and take them back into time, but help them to make the best use of all the jewels of that time. If we can make it like really use all of these software skills with the requirements of the scholars and the devotees in mind, we can make a really nice platform.
And then you will really, it will be, BRC will be, this will really be a huge contribution. This will leave, its imprint, in the world of Gaudiya Vaishnavism, and Gaudiya Vaishnava research. It will be substantial. People will know BRC then. I mean, they already know BRC, but they'll see the fruits of BRC.
Yeah, the fruits of BRC is the key thing. It's not about, see, at the end of the day, like we talked about last time, it's the end of the day, what is going to last is what value are we bringing?
Yeah.
I mean, anything else we try to do, Prabhu, is like, what is, at the end of the day, why is OCHS having that name? Not just because it's Oxford. How long is that going to last? It is, unless at the end of the day, it's giving value.
Yeah.
Where people see like, yes, this was so useful. That's why Oxford would also continue with it. So we try to step back and look at truly what are we giving to the world? Or what are we giving to the devotee? What are we giving to the scholars?
Yeah.
So this is what we have come. We thought that the Sundaranda Vidya collection is the gem that we have to present it in the best. So we have the gem. The goal of this project is to showcase it like jewelry. When you go to the shop, it showed up in a velvet, and all that. So we have to make it showcased, and online technology can make it really nice now.
Exactly, and then the journals become like it's a fraction of your collection, but it becomes a template for then how to showcase the rest of it, essentially.
The rest of it. So it is actually a very long-term project.
It's a long,
very long-term years, I think.
Yeah. It will outlast us, basically. This whole, we keep rebuilding, doing everything, So because the field of software is exciting also, because you can keep building more and more features on top of it.
Yeah, exactly.
And make it better and better. So and there are many devotees, frankly, who are in the software world. In fact, majority is in the software or in the technical world. So they would be willing. I'm sure we just have to pray, and there will be a team of people who can come forward that yes, we'll own this software project. And obviously, there's a team of all our business users like yourself, Pranava Prabhu, and all that, to guide that this is all we want. Is the next thing we want. Is the next thing we want, and then the team does that.
Yeah.
Also, Lalita Madhav Prabhu, very important is that, now as we speak, we are engaging with Asiatic. Pranava Prabhu is aware, on a conference in the end of this month, where we are going to try to access their data. And then we have this very important work of Calcutta University, which has the rarest of rare manuscript of Gaudiya Vaishnavism. Yeah. So once this whole infrastructure is built, people will be then attracted to give their manuscript. So we have a conference on manuscriptology by the end of this month, and we have the best of the people. Pranava Prabhu is also there on preserving of the thing, and Asiatic Kolkata is partnering with us.
Exactly. If you build this and then you showcase it to these sorts of institutions, it becomes then actually they then see the value of, maybe we give you some of our books to showcase.
And we will acknowledge them. We can say that this book has come from them. It will their watermark, whatever, right? It's not. It's a partnership. So they it's not like but we are giving them the platform.
Exactly.
This is our core. So we will invest on the platform. They don't have to create another platform.
Exactly.
And we
that's what
acknowledge you.
Balramila Prabhu, we had discussed that this will be the TOVP of manuscripts. See, like, I have now connected with somebody in Patna. We know that there are very rare manuscripts in Patna which are kept there. It's a very temple where all the manuscripts are there. So once we show them, see, they may not give us physically, but the moment we show them this is the architecture we have, keep the manuscript, but please allow us to upload the journal.
Yes, absolutely.
I was speaking with Bjarne recently, who runs it, and he was saying that he thinks there's actually, and so we're trying to put something on paper that it's somewhat more formal, for a potential grant application, that there's actually money from various funding bodies to be gotten in the research sphere for this kind of work, so that we could also contribute, obviously, some
if you can get some Lakshmi, because the scanning of the manuscript takes time and it costs money.
Exactly. So we're putting together now the beginnings of an application and looking to funding bodies to bring in some Lakshmi for this, you know what I mean?
Just sharing culture, heritage.
By the way, just a little Lalita Madhava Prabhu, maybe, of course, the British Library is supporting a lot of manuscripts.
Digitization as well.
So maybe I think that when we are starting with the BRC and the OCHS, when we started it, and maybe you could apply for the British Library to get the funding for the scanning the manuscripts in Bengal, in Calcutta. They've done already a lot of work about Bengal, but they've never done about Gaudiya Vaishnavism, of course. So that will be something new.
I mean, the way, I don't know if this makes sense to you, but so this is the journals becomes the template. This is the OCHS BRC thing, but ultimately you guys can then take that template and build it, create it for your entire library. It's the BRC, BRC thing, your whole collection, you showcase it like that. This now, we're just talking about a substantial, but still just a fraction of your collection it would be the OCHS BRC thing. And we learn from it. We all learn how to, experiment, how to do it. And then you take that template and you build it for your whole collection. So there's
just some idea.
If that makes some so really my concern, the sort of things I was sort of voicing last week, is that I was simply just wondering, the whole, I don't think that I don't want to shut off the possibility of taking advantage of the facilities that archive.org are offering, and I'm not the technical guy. Siddha Hari Prabhu, etc. at all are much more in the know. I was just concerned that we just dump it all on there. It's all then accessible to there's a sense in which it would be a shame. It's the easy way to do it. We make it all available, accessible. People then can download it, etc. But really, then we have to think carefully about what we're building here. Why we're doing this, as you've done, because archive.org, without this other, this now database that would archive.org, if you put it all up there, there's a tendency it will be accessible, but it will get lost in the ocean of archive.org. It's
absolutely, absolutely
endless, and then people don't see clearly this is BRC. Actually, this is what they're, it's like you want to draw attention to that, not get lost and be another and all you'll have is just, okay, you have a watermark. Okay, great. Hari Parshad has all his books watermarked with Hari Parshad, uploaded by Hari Parshad, but you don't really care about that. You just want the book, you run away, you take, you pocket it and you go. You want to showcase it in the best way possible to draw attention actually to your collection, to your institution. You need to do yourself justice.
Yes. And Prabhu, the whole idea to develop the TOVP of manuscript will be defeated if we are with the archive. Because if we want others to join us, like Asiatic, Calcutta University, they will buy when they see there is a serious work going by a group of scholars. Archive is like an aggregator.
Yeah, exactly.
We will be actually helping archive than helping ourselves.
Yes, exactly. And that as you said, you have potentially the brains. You do, not potentially, you do have the brains to do this,
That's what I'm saying. So we will invest on this technology. That's the point. We will invest on it. Because if you really invest on it, then the thing will grow. and we know exactly for our use case. And there's no way, archive can would ever kind of provide these very specific things, because that's not their model. Their stuff will remain generic.
And we were fortunate, Prabhu, to have Siddhahari Prabhu in this journey. Really, he made such a difference for us, because though Balaram Leela Prabhu says that we are all, for a lot of ISKCON disciples are from techie background, but he was right there in that business.
No, he is the way. He is the talent. We're talking about him and Madhav Kiran. These
so Siddhahari Prabhu is an example, is a shining example of that. One person came up and he could work with. Obviously, we also have to very much acknowledge Ulrich Prabhu. He's really done great work. And so from our side, Siddhahari Prabhu, yours, Ulrich and all, they could come together.
I mean, the good thing about Ulrich now is that Ulrich, he was on a temporary fellowship with the center and was thereby helping us in that regard. What's happened now is he's landed a very well-paying job. I forget where it is, whether it's in Scandinavia or somewhere in Europe anyways. But as a result, it's no longer he now, so we're trying to formalize this a bit more. So he's now happy to help us on a more long-term basis because he's being funded by his own institution. But this is now this outlet, this work becomes actually good for his CV. It's a project, you know what I mean? It's so we were limited by essentially the stipend he was being given for like 2 terms or something, but now he can work longer term for us. You know.
That's a good news then.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, exactly.
Very good.
Okay, so he will be able to spare some time for us.
Yeah, exactly. So exactly.
Oh.
So sorry, no. He's been working with the Shak. So the OCHS is really like there's the core, Shaunaka, Rishi Prabhu, the founder, and the initial team were all devotees. But over the years, in order to create a genuine platform for Hindu studies and thereby be recognized by the university, etc., it's had to accommodate an array of scholars and their projects. So that he was part of the Shakta Traditions project, and none of them are devotees. If anything, they're more Tantrikas, but they're not even really that. They're kind of like, Danish Orientalists who are fascinated by the obscure in India.
That's the right way to put it.
But at the same time, they also have they're very lovely to work with. They've got a good mood, and so essentially, the thing about the OCHS is we'll work with anyone if their ethos is right. But ultimately Shaunaka is calling the shots, but the platform is, it became a genuine platform for Hindu studies in which, you create a platform for all kinds of study, forms of Hindu studies, but then you implant Gaudiya studies within there. Do you know what I mean? So you've created a broader platform for doing anything Hinduism, but then Gaudiya Vaishnavism features prominently within that, if that makes sense.
The devotees, that's what we have done. That's what Shaunaka Rishi, who is a devotee, ISKCON devotee, has done.
But Lalita Madhav Prabhu, this whole idea of bringing this project together means, you really pulled off along with Pranava Prabhu, a brilliant idea. This was all there, but, thanks to Pranava Prabhu, who got the library, then scanned it, and then to put this into a architecture of website. We are really, really grateful to you, but that's something.
It was definitely 100% your idea. You were the one who came up with this. We didn't have this. I mean, now we realize more so after your thing that this is the main thing BRC should be focused on. But it definitely came from you.
No, glad I'm really.
Yes, absolutely. This is completely, Prabhu. If that meeting we wouldn't have had few months back, where you put this idea, I think this is one of the biggest takeaway of the lockdown of putting this project together.
Great. It's really, well, I'm so glad that it's materializing. It's amazing that you guys. It's not just talk, but you guys have the ability to realize it, to actualize it. I think that's really, it's a very, very exciting.
So we have Siddhartha, we have Madhava Kiran, we have Sundar Gopal, we have very good devotees.
Yeah, exactly.
Madhava Kiran is so committed.
So Siddhari Prabhu definitely led it from our side. So we had one person.
Krishna arranged people. Prabhu, this Lalita Madhav Prabhu came as an arrangement. It was, I think, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati's desire to be put all this. Otherwise, it would have continued like this for the next couple of years more, frankly speaking, and it might not have its shape. So it's definitely, there's some special desire to make this happen.
I'm really now glad. Now the vision is becoming very concrete. This is wonderful.
Yeah.
That you guys have done this presentation. I think, yeah, this is very exciting. People can get on board with this, and it will be,
Yeah.
you know,
And Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, the first investment, the first effort that Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati did was London.
yeah.
So, there is, of course, there is not colonial with India at all, but there was this idea to try to spread Krishna consciousness from Bengal to the world. And London is still, not only in Europe, but around the world, a very, very important, crucial center in English.
And I see, like, and also the technology of the day at that time, I mean, various kinds, but we know the printing press, was a huge, sort of, I don't know, a technology that, that made a huge impact within the broader Indian sphere, but also in the context of Gaudiya Vaishnavism, prior to that, manuscripts, and then the printing press transforms the way that we engage with Gaudiya literature. You have books, you have journals.
It came from Scotland.
You have readers, etc. Yeah, exactly.
Bengal.
But then so they, Saraswati Thakur and Bhaktivinoda Thakur, they were massively taking advantage of that Yukta Vairagya, really engaging with, but what are the technologies of today? Well, we have, people like Siddha Hariprabhu that are like, that can bring to bear the modern technologies onto these materials now, and we can make them accessible in an even broader way, yeah.
And Prabhu, just to add, two more people really have supported at the background. One is Sundar Gopal Prabhu, who has been giving this document, and one is Piyush, who is a MA in Bengali. These are the two people who have been at the back end working all day since this lockdown on this project. So I would really want to acknowledge them.
Oh, that's really wonderful.
Yeah.
So now, Ladita Madhav Prabhu, now with your Saturdays, weekends, you will be busy. It's very clear that, and we would not want to have these calls in the weekends because you so how do you want to now do the next steps in terms of the project?
Just a lot, because we never mentioned that. But Balaram Leela Prabhu, you would like to mention about that we want to focus only on the OCHS. Is clear now? Not about the archive or anything, but just the OCHS.
Right? Basically, Prabhu, the details of how we will work through this thing.
Yes.
Archive has the reading facility available and all that. I think we can, the technical team can dive into it and see specifically the features, because archive does have a reading platform. So at least what we can conclude based on our discussion is that based on the core thing which we require, we are clear that a one-stop customized platform is the way to go for us, which BRC creates. It's in collaboration with OCHS right now, where we'll put the journals and all of these features, etc. we will work towards with our technical team. So we are clear on that, that's the way we are going for immediate term, mid-term, and longer term, because that's what we want to do. So we have sealed that. We can stamp that thing, right? And then the next question comes is, what kind of tools internally our customized tool may use? So see, because obviously we have so I'm just talking now. So you have our own customized one-stop shop.
Yes.
So we are clear on that. We need to provide that because that's the only way to get all our features and many more features that we want to add later on. And we'll put our time and energy in terms of technicality in that way. And then with that in mind, we have to realize that the technical team will look behind and see what tools they would need use internally.
Yes.
And if there is any use of archive.org/dash.org or /x or /y, that's the way software world works.
Exactly.
Amazon is using probably 1,000 tools underneath it.
Yes.
But you don't have to go to those tools or whatever those things. So those can be evaluated.
Yes.
And this is not the platform where we may be able to get into all of that, and that's let the technical team come back with, and they can tell it to the business team.
Yeah.
I'm using that term. You can call it a scholar team. The technical team can come back to the scholars team and say that, and then you can say, okay, well, this has the best reader. Maybe there is a better reader than archive.org. Maybe we use our own reader. I don't know. Right now, I think that thing has not been completely evaluated. So we can come back to that thing and try to see.
Balramila Prabhu, I really like one suggestion today with Lalita Madhav Prabhu did. At some time, we create the Wikipedia of this translation. This is such a brilliant.
Yeah. So that's another thing, which is basically a communal, which is like a communal. Is that the right word then here?
Yeah.
Communal has two meanings here, I guess. So like a community coming together to translate. So that will come more for the translation, where we can make the transliteration others can also do, and because we'll have to do so much massive work.
Yeah.
It's a gigantic
So
work, yeah.
we will keep that part open, Prabhus. And I think as to which tool, and if there is a use of archive.org, we will come back to the scholars team and say that it is useful, and that way, whatever is the right thing to do there. So we can come back to that, I would say, and see what and as I said, there can be other tools, may not be just that.
Yeah.
And then we can come back to what are the pros and cons of this. But at least we are sealing this one point today.
Yeah.
That our goal is a one-stop customized shop. We will not be able to do this with some out-of-the-shelf project and just dump our data there and we are done.
Yeah.
We are not going to do that, because it is our core, and we want to present it in the best way possible. So as long as we are clear on that, other details of archive.org or anything else is the technical detail. We'll come back to you on that. Is that okay, Prabhu? I think that's what
that sounds perfect. Yeah, that sounds exactly. I think it's very clear now.
So we are not against any other tool. We're not against anything, basically.
No.
Why would we be against? You know
what I mean?
Yeah, Yukta Vairagya, we use it. But if it was a side thing for us, we could dump everything on archive.org and let's focus on better things. But that's the thing we are clear now. No, that's not the case. It's our core, and we want these things. So we will invest our time and energy on this.
Yeah. And to me personally, Bhakti Srila Prabhupada, he started ISKCON, and his writing and his letters, everything was recorded. It's a gigantic, and was done very, very seriously by the Veda base. They preserved everything. It was incredible. So now this has already been done now, finished. It took 50 years for them to really do it perfectly. So now we are starting with Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, the next level, with these journals that are something that Bhaktisiddhanta was working very, very hard with. So this is completely new, a new area for our Gaudiya Vaishnava tradition to really focus about Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati. So that's what we are doing now. Yeah.
Okay, very clear.
So I think we are clear on this thing.
Yeah.
So this is a big. I think we have after this brainstorming, I think was very important. Lalit Madhav Prabhu, thank you once again for bringing up this point again. I think the whole team becomes even more clear. We can move forward with because with the mission has become clear. The vision has become more clear now. And as we were discussing last time, if the mission vision, which is the why of the project, if the why was not very clear, we would be walking in hazy terms and in a hazy environment. So we're very clear on that. Now it's the team. I think the technical team comes forward. So I think Siddhari Prabhu, Madhav Kiran Prabhu, Ulrich, and the great news that Ulrich is more available now.
Yeah.
So and obviously Sundar Gopal Prabhu is also here. So they are doing good work on digitizing the journals right now, and creating the metadata for the journals right now. So I think I will request next week Sundar Gopal Prabhu will also come to the library, and maybe next week he can give us more of a clear update on that. But the work is going on for these journals digitization and metadata creation right now. So these two things essentially are going on, Prabhu. One, so we can decide a few things here. Sundar Gopal Prabhu will continue to do his work. He will update us. And Siddhari Prabhu and Ulrich and Madhav Kiran Prabhu, I think, need to meet and maybe also tell us what will be the next meeting. And so I guess anybody else wants to chime in. Basically, we need to decide as to when we kind of meet next. I think the action item is now more on the from the business side. We are reasonably clear now. Yeah. I don't think of any other action item unless. So because if from the business side or the scholar side, it was writing down these features. That was the main thing.
Yeah.
So if at least Lalit Madhav Prabhu, you want to update this in any way? Definitely, you can always.
Yeah, I mean, I think you guys have covered everything well. I mean, the only additional thing that I might say is that digital humanities layer of, like a tool that would be able to do sort of analysis of, like across the journals, for instance, the kind of thing that Ulrich is trying to build. So how often does the term Sahajiya appear in the Shajantoshini, like that kind of stuff, but I mean, I'll leave that to those who are
So is this also something that is Ulrich already aware of what kind of digital humanities functionality you want, or do you want to jot this down?
I think he can tell. He was the one that made me aware of the possibilities of it. So actually, I don't know the full range of possibilities. He's got a better idea because he works in the digital humanities. So that's his specialism.
I'm just wondering, maybe, and Siddhari Prabhu, you can comment on this also. Maybe this can be jotted down, just like we have these features jotted down.
Yeah.
Then it will be. I'm just.
Balram Prabhu, let Siddhari Prabhu have a discussion with Ulrich and then put.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Can I say one thing?
It also come back to us with the list. Yeah.
In terms of this vision and the and the business side of things and all that, and we have this all sort of fairly clear now, and I'm really, but I think as well, going forward, the fact that it's clearer and it's a compelling narrative, that actually the identity of the BRC, you can reach out to people, it really becomes a compelling story. This is what we're doing. It draws now. Okay, so that's what the BRC is about. I mean, it's about many things.
Yeah.
But really, that's what it's about.
Advertisement.
Oh, we get
that's
it.
That's the plan. The next plan.
Now we get what the BRC is about. They're making this stuff available in the most.
Yes. Exactly. And when you use the word, that's what the BRC is about. That is its core. That's what we're talking about. This is our core. This is not our side activity.
Yeah.
That's the main thing.
And people will
we want to jot down these features. I will request the technical
because it's making it all available. It's making it accessible. You're essentially distributing, but in a careful and and a systematic way and a sophisticated way.
It is not restrictive. It's not restrictive, but it is systematic and user friendly.
Exactly.
Exciting actually. People would love to want to make it more and more.
And people will feel compelled, I think, to give energy to it.
So this is a very important thing. Madhav Kiran Prabhu also was writing this on the chat to me. This digital humanities feature list, Siddhari Prabhu, Madhav Kiran Prabhu, along with Ulrich, if you can jot these things down, because now this is a software project. Unless we jot down the features, we are not doing justice here.
Yeah,
we can't have this in our mind. We have to jot it down. So Siddhari Prabhu, yourself, you guys could work on this thing, on jotting these things down. That would be nice. If anything you have to comment. But these are the three teams, Prabhu. This is like the overall team, you can say, the overall executive team / the scholars team. Then there is the technical team, and then there is Sundar Gopal Prabhu's team of digitizing the journals, the library team. You can say the library team, as we talked, the library team, this thing like that. And obviously we will have later on the team which is on the Jayapataka Maharaj team is there, who are working on actually doing the manual OCR. Paid there are paid devotees who are doing that. So that's the other team, and we have listed down all of this in this also. These are the teams, we have listed this down also. So in terms of next steps,
Lalit Madhav Prabhu, I have one question. Are we going to put a little brief about all these journals in the website? A little brief about what is these journals, like a page or a para, something?
I think that would be what on the website of which website?
PRC,
his website, which is going to upload all that. Do we have like a small introduction page? If we have something about Nadia Prakash, all these 28 journals, a little bit.
That would be good at some point. I think that would definitely be a useful thing to have, and that can be done definitely.
Yeah, because that can be a very important for why research.
Sundar Gopal Prabhu has already created a description of the journals, at least for quite a few of them. I think.
Ramila Prabhu, I'm saying these 28, like Nadia Prakash, 1 or 2 paras about Gaudiya.
Yeah, that's exactly what he has done.
So if it can be shared with Lalita Madhav Prabhu and Pranava
Yeah.
Prabhu, they
Yeah,
can
that's exactly
how to do
Yeah,
it.
Sundar Gopal Prabhu, please share
It
what
would
you have
also be
created.
great.
over
I mean, Pranava Prabhu or some it would be wonderful to have access to the remain, you know, everything that in terms of the journals. If I could have access, I mean, so I've already got. I think I've got the Gaudiya collection and the Sajantoshini or someone's Sajanto. I don't know yours, but if I could have access to see what is available, because right now I don't even know materially. I've been to BRC obviously a few times and I've seen the hard copies, but it would be wonderful to see it when it's all digitized. If there's some way to give me access to those.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So Siddhari Prabhu, that can be done, right?
I mean, I don't have access to all of them. How can I give access?
Maybe Sundar Gopal Prabhu, or
No, Gopal Prabhu has everything at the BRC. We have this huge hard disk.
I can share my screen. Can Balaramji Prabhu will allow? I can share my screen. I open it up. You can see this is.
oh, wonderful.
This is the description of the journals. Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
That's description of the journals. I think he has not completed all the journals, but he can share what he has. But Sundar Gopal Prabhu also about the sharing the scanned copy of the journals. So wherever we are putting it on Amazon, we are putting it, or AWS, wherever we are putting it, so we can give access to Siddhari Prabhu and to Lalit Madhav Prabhu for all the journals.
Okay, that is taken care by Siddhari Prabhu, because I am only uploading. So I think we can, if we just share the link with Lalita Madhav Prabhu, then I think he can see from there, because we have uploaded all the Gaudiya journals there, and some few more like Chaitanya Matapodhini, Nitai Sundar, these we have already uploaded. So if we share the link with him, I think he can access from there.
Just a
I
little
have
point.
access to a couple of journals and I can share those. However, the rest we are still processing, at least for the purpose of cataloging. And as we process the cataloging, then they go to S3 or Amazon. So that's why I said I don't have access to all of them. I have partial access. I can share that.
Okay, that would be great. Yeah, just
to get started. Yeah. But then later maybe we can have it in the Google Drive or somewhere. Everything, because it will take.
Hopefully in a month everything will be. If we in a month or in a half, we should have access to all of them on our website.
Yeah.
So it should not take more than that.
And it is secured by a word pass, right? There's a word pass.
No, it won't be on the OCHS website, the website we're working on. So it will be accessible there.
I understand. But the thing that you say that you have all the files of the pages. So is it in a place which is protected right now?
So he's asking if it's a password protected or not. Sometimes when we open a PDF, it asks for a password.
Currently it is not. The URL is such a encrypted, like such a hidden URL. Nobody can access it. It is not being scanned by Google or anything. It is being only used for myself for processing it. And once the processing is finished, then I can lock it. Presently, we are working on it, so it's all open and public. But Google is not searching that, crawling that drive or that place.
You use something else. Yeah.
So Siddhari Prabhu and Lalita Madhav Prabhu just wanted to know from, is there any particular date you are expecting this website to go live, or the date has to be decided? Just wanted to know on that front.
I think I'll be meeting Ulrich next week, and he will be able to better give an update on that, because I think Shakta team is also involved, isn't it, Lalita Madhav Prabhu?
But I think that ours, like Shakti team is involved, but our section of the site could go live earlier. I don't think that necessarily we're dependent on them all having their stuff together.
Well, I'm not sure if you noticed that the website is actually currently in a staging area. It doesn't have a proper URL.
Yeah.
So and since we are connected on the same website with the Shakta, we will need their approval also before we go live. It can't be individual decision. I'm sure it has to be a combined decision. So that's why I'm suggesting Shakta team has to be involved. Ulrich has to take a call on that.
Okay. Yeah. So you're meeting with him next week?
Yeah, he sent me email. I'm not sure you were party to that email too. He replied because I had sent him some update on the journals, some more work which we have done. So I'm not yet given them a date because I was waiting for this meeting to happen and get a clear idea on what we're going to use. Now that we're clear about the role of archive and the features we're looking at, I better understand what we want to develop. So when I meet him, I'm more clear what we're looking to work on.
Okay, great. Yeah, great. Okay, cool. That's excellent. So I mean, I'm going to meet with the Shopta team today anyway, so I can have a word with them, about and if any clarification you need, maybe further down, just maybe we should. I don't know whether whether I'm useful in that conversation with Ulrich. Probably not when you meet with him, but I can ask Bjarne if we could have a more general discussion about the site and when sort of live, etc. at some point soon in a week or so.
The way I like to work is that I like to do the work and then go to them. So I would prefer that we finish all the journals, put them all alive there, and then we go to the team and we tell them, hey, we have finished this work. What do you want us to do next? And once they see what we have produced there, they may be inspired to, okay, yes, hey, we are ready. But if we go at this stage, I don't think it will look so.
Okay, sure, yeah.
So
okay.
Let us do the hard work. Let us go through it, the whole thing, because there may be many more difficulties which we may face. And let us put all the 28 journals online, and then we can go to the team and say, hey, we are ready with everything. What about you? Or what do you want us to do?
Yeah. Okay, sure.
So Siddhari Prabhu, how long do you think that whole process will take? We have given, if you need to add up more resources in India, we will ramp up our resources. We have already dedicated Sundar Gopal, Pijush, then Surapriya is handling from the back end. There is Bhaktisar Prabhu who is handling at back end. So if you want to ramp up the team at our end, just please let us know. We will do all possible to support you on that.
Sure, Prabhu. My estimate, I mean, we drew up an estimate thanks to Balramnitha Prabhu about the, how much time it would take, and the scanning aspect and all the things add up together to about a month or so. Isn't it, Balramnitha Prabhu? That was our estimate from our last meeting.
Yeah, so Sundar Gopal Prabhu, I think we will visit the library next week. Some journals he's still trying to locate, but we put an estimate like, say, Sundar Gopal Prabhu, would I be right to say by end of the month or so, we can complete the scanning?
Yes.
Yeah, we complete the scanning and the cataloging by the end of the month.
June is a bit ambitious, Prabhu. Do you want to keep it July 15?
There is one more thing, because we discussed already. We need a watermark, not only for PDF but also for the normal images.
Yeah, we are trying to finalize
all the images. Yes. Okay, you're working on it. It's very important when we deliver it. Then it has to have the watermark.
Yes, Mother Prabhu.
Yeah, I was going to say the watermark in such a way that it's not too imposing.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Think we are just finalizing the watermark thing. I think in the next week, Pranava Prabhu, for yourself and for Lalit Madhav Prabhu, Sundar Gopal Prabhu, you really have to close on that. Bhaktisar Prabhu has been working on that, no?
Yes.
So our team has been looking at different options. Yes. And, I think we should do a weekly, by the way, that's one suggestion. Let's book a weekly cadence for the project as it is.
It's going to roll out now, no? It's going to roll out in a month's time.
Yeah, so...
every Monday, were you guys meeting previously every Monday? I know this is okay, so Mondays are fine.
So let's do Monday. Yeah, let's do Monday. So now I think it can be the 21st of June that we can meet next. Or whatever time you would want to say, and then next week, I think the team will anyway. Sundar Gopal Prabhu will update on the watermarking, on the scanning completely, and the Ulrich's team, Ulrich and Siddhari Prabhu will meet, and then where we meet on the 21st.
Are you guys open to meeting an hour? I know normally it's 9:30. Are you open to meeting an hour later? So 10:30.
Yes.
Then
absolutely.
It's generally my duty is in the mornings.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, 10:30, which will be 3 p.m. our time.
Okay,
it's totally fine.
Yeah, right. For the next 4 weeks, it will be important, Prabhu, as we plan to launch.
Absolutely. Every week we have to meet now for this.
That sounds great.
So I think
will we be meeting on 14th or 21st?
21st, Prabhu, not 14th. 21st.
Okay, good. Okay, Prabhu.
I'm going to have to. Let me quickly see before we go. I just quickly see if I can get the baby. 1 second.
Yes.
You don't mind.
Yes. Just a little thing about the watermark, as we discussed last time, that it should not be possible to take it away. The watermark should be definite.
Sundar Gopal Prabhu really, close on. I think they discussed. I think Sundar Gopal Prabhu is very clear on that. It should be something which is not right at the bottom. It is something which overlaps some of the text.
I just want to show, Prabhu, if you see, I was checking this as the PDF. We did the watermarking from BRC previously like this. You can see digitized at BRC with a very transparent logo.
That looks that's not bad. I think that's not bad.
This is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what about the Nadia Prakash? Because the Nadia Prakash...
This is we have done for all the pages. So I just wanted to show to Pranav Prabhu and everyone else here, if you can see whether we can use this kind of watermark.
But I want to, Sundar Gopal Prabhu, I'll just make one point. I'm seeing here that hardly any text is getting overlapped. Very little, only half of the line.
Yes.
So ideally, our goal should be that some text gets overlapped, right?
Yes. See, if you see this page, if you see this page, it's a little bit, it's getting overlapped. You see this, the last line.
Yeah. That's good, right?
Yeah, but do you want to increase that a little bit? I'm not.
No, because if you will keep the watermark like this, then nobody can cut it. The problem is this.
Yeah.
They can't take out the watermark if you will keep it this size. Also, if you want, we can increase the size little bit, and then it's okay.
Yeah, that's what my suggestion was. Maybe we increase it a little bit more, so it covers one line and maybe 1.5 lines.
Yes.
That's
what do you think, Lalita Madhava Prabhu?
Yeah, I don't care how big it is, really. It's just whether it's still, I mean, this is a very clear text. I'm wondering on something that's less, it's a bit more, that's whether, as long as it doesn't interfere with being able to read the line, fine. I think that's fine. I think that's,
another thing I just want to know, if you do you really only want the logo there or also the writing on the below? You see digitized at brcindia.com. So do you want both or only the logo?
Yeah, I mean, to make sure digitize so people know where it comes from. I think it would be very good to. It's normal, so to speak.
Prabhus, I'm going to have to leave now. I'm afraid Nitai he's
oh no!
Right now,
no!
I'll send you anyway.
No!
Anyhow, but it's been wonderful to see you. I'm sorry to let you down on that front, but
no.
I got a one-word message from Madhav Kiran Prabhu saying urgent, and there was a one-word message he got on the chat. He says Nitai. That's what he wrote to me. Like a few minutes back, one-word message. It says Nitai. So he wanted to make sure that the last agenda item is not left, not forgotten.
I'm so pleased. Next time, but it will happen. But it was wonderful to see you all. This has been a very inspiring meeting. Really, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
It's really,
thank you.
Thank you so much.
I see you on the 21st. I see you on the 21st.
Haribol, Jai.
Haribol.
Thank you.
Pranava Prabhu, you have 2 minutes.
Yes, I have 2 minutes.
Prabhu, Sumanta Prabhu, I would need to really quickly go. I have a 4 p.m. I have to prepare.
No, it's okay. I need to discuss something with Pranava Prabhu for 2-3 minutes.
And Sundar Gopal,
you can continue on this call. That's
watermark. Sundar Gopal, you can stay there as well. Madhava Prabhu also.
Madhav Kiran Prabhu, Sundar and Balaram Lila Prabhu, brilliant presentation. That 7 points were the game changer.
Yeah.
Yes, thanks to you, Prabhu, for your wonderful guidance, leadership.
Very clear. You clarify everything nicely.
It was a very clean slate. Clearly. Madhav Kiran Prabhu, show your face so that I can give you a dhanavats.
Haribol, Jai. Haribol.
This is just the beginning, Prabhu. I promise I will add it another 28 journals on this. Because Pranava Prabhu, the good thing is that Asiatic conference is confirmed. And it is being jointly done with your institute, BRC and Asiatic. You will be the keynote speaker for 5 minutes after the Asiatic general manager speaks.
Yeah, that's perfect. With Stockholm University, that would be good for
Stockholm University, BRC and Asiatic.
Yeah, perfect.
And also the brilliant news is I have sent you a mail, Prabhu. Just check your mail when you get time to do the meeting with Siddharth and Siddharthji and this girl for the religious study program.
Religious studies, very, very important. Yes, I'll answer to you as well.
Yes, whichever. Pick up the dates which are, pick the date which you feel comfortable.
Yeah,
there'll be Kanya Sarvadhikari, yourself, Pranav, Siddharthji. Prabhu, we will launch religious study in India.
Yes, yes.
Big thing.
Just a little thing about Tini, as you remember, just a little parenthesis, but we can speak about later. I just
Yes,
want
I'm
to finish.
putting her in India, putting her in BRC under your guidance, and it's already done.
That would be the best, because otherwise you just wait for years for Stockholm University.
So
Better
we are
she
putting
starts
her.
right
I
away.
got your mail and I'm closed it also today already.
Very good, Prabhu. Very good.
I'm your disciple. I have to work at your speed.
Thank you so much, Prabhu. About the watermark, just to finish it, this Bhaktivedanta Research Center with the trees. Under that, what is it? BRC
Digitized at BRC, digitized at brcindia.com.
It has it inside the red watermark, right?
Yeah.
I cannot see it. Oh, he has it, right? brc.india.
Yes, digitized at brcindia.com.
Not digitized, on the red.
Red, it's written Bhaktivedanta Research Center.
It has in the red one, because I can't see what it says. It says Bhaktivedanta Research Center, then under the trees.
brcindia.com. brcindia.com.
It has it on the red ones, right?
Yes, is it India?
Yes, BRC India.
Actually, the I is not showing up clearly.
Yeah, it looks like ADIA.
No, it's India, I guess.
Make it bigger.
The I is not showing up.
It's actually not in bold.
Oh, then you need to change that.
थोड़ा सा गड़बड़ है वो bro.
If you can change
I
it,
is a little bit lighter than the other eye. If you compare the two eyes, the first eye is lighter.
If you can change it so that it's clear, brc.india in the red one, you can take away digitize at brcindia.com. You can take it away, of course, because if you have it in the red, in the logo, that's enough.
Okay, so then we use the logo in a little bigger in size, so and that it covers the last text from the last line.
Yeah, and with
for
BRC,
this particular,
yes, sorry.
For this particular project, if we have the, available at OCHS or whatever it is, wouldn't it be good, their website finally?
You mean instead of digitized to write available at brcindia.com?
No, available at whatever website OCHS is planning to name it as. If we have that over here, because let's say someone downloads
I don't think that is necessary to write it on the PDF page. This is
if someone downloads this and passes it on to someone else. Okay. So we want them to get back to us in case they want other files or something like that.
You don't think it will look very big, like available?
No. Now instead of digitize, anyway, we're going to remove that line.
Okay.
And if you just add one small thing, URL, I don't know, we can just consider maybe. We can think if that will help. Because they need to know that all these are available at our website where we have done a lot more work on it.
Yeah.
They just need to know where it comes from. That's basically, because then in the OCHS, we have some presentation about the BRC that you can get more advice and ideas, more pages, types of things you can get. Everything will be there explained. So that's... So what is your idea? To have some...
To have their URL along with BRC India Research Center, the logo. Now digitize that brcindia.com. We can have available at or find at.
No, that's not professional. That's not enough. I think that will be the work. They need to know where it comes from. That this is come from the brcindia.com. That's enough, and then they will get more information. If they're interested about it, they will go to Facebook. They will look. The BRC will be everywhere.
Because the link to Prabhuji, Prabhu, the link to that website will be from brcindia.com anyways. Okay. So we on brcindia.com we should have a link to this now. Somehow brcindia.com has to link to that, right?
Sundar Gopal Prabhu, one important agenda item you will have. Once all this is ready, you have to inform Bodhayan Maharaj. Not still now, because still it is at the technical discussion stage. But we have to really inform Bodhayan Maharaj about it.
Yes, definitely.
And
things.
And tell him that because we agreed this initially with Bodhayan Maharaj. He sent me initially when he got to this library, Bodhayan Maharaj. I wrote to him that I needed that for my research and I wanted to have it for the BRC. That I was discussing with Harishori Prabhu and everything like that. So we have a very close relationship. So you can tell him that.
Once the work is done, I will tell Maharaj.
So Mananta Prabhu, I would need to leave right now. Is that okay?
Go ahead. Please go ahead.
Thank you. You can continue on this call. I don't mind. You can.
Yeah,
No,
sure.
we'll also finish in 2-3 minutes, Prabhu. That's absolutely fine.
Thank you so much, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Haribol,
Krishna.
thank you, Prabhuji. Haribol.
Hare Krishna. So I just wanted to say to Sundar Gopal, if you can mention to Buddha Maharaj that Pranavadas is
Yes, definitely.
very eager, like something like that to him. Then I can write him also a letter to Buddha Maharaj.
Yeah,
no problem.
definitely. He knows, Maharaj knows that I am doing this research under your guidance, this Ultra project. So it will
very
be
good.
nice. Maharaj it's actually looking forward, because it's not
Yeah.
only Maharaj, all the Gaudiya Maths, they're looking forward, because
Yeah,
it's
but-
like I am representing them. Because when it was given the responsibility by you and Sumanta Prabhu, it was like a great responsibility for me. So like that's why I'm really trying hard that this Ultra book come out as a grand success.
What I was saying is add me too, because I know them very well. I know Sannyas Maharaj from this. I know them all.
I have an idea, Pranava Prabhu. What we will do, once we are ready to launch and everything, the last meeting we'll call Bodhan Maharaj in this Zoom and thank him. So we will, like yourself, Lalita Madhav Prabhu, maybe we will call Ramdas Prabhu also if possible. But, we will just acknowledge him in front of everyone that, Harishori Prabhu can also be there if you feel, but you can speak to him and thank him on all of our behalf or something like that.
Yeah. But since I have a good relationship with Bodhi Maharaj since many years, so Sundar Gopal, if you write anything about Bodhi Maharaj, add me as well.
Yes, definitely. Yes,
that's all I'm saying. You do everything, that's fine, but just add me so I can,
No, also Pranava Prabhu will call him physically in the Zoom at the end when it is ready to be launched.
Yeah, of course. We can be together and discuss and
you can personally thank him, because it is your hard work and thanks to that this has come, and this is really a very big moment in this whole service which we are doing for Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati.
Yes.
And Pranava Prabhu, only you could have done.
And Bodhi Maharaj, because the effort that he did, I was very afraid initially that they will put him in trouble, and it really did with this Gaudiya Math. That he gave everything to us was a very difficult to do it for Bodhi Maharaj, but he really trusted us.
Because this is the complete possession of, like, Sundarananda Vidyavinath belongs from Bagbazar Gaudiya Math. So in that case, if you see, this complete possession belongs to Bagbazar Gaudiya Math, but they didn't get this rich collection.
Yeah, I mean, it's really amazing. But we did it because we trusted each other. Myself and Bodhi Maharaj, Harishori Prabhu, when we started it, we trusted each other. So I still I feel very close to him for what he did for us.
In fact, Pranava Prabhu, I have an idea. Pranava Prabhu, I have an idea. We should also bring Radhanath Maharaj for that meeting. We should have Radhanath Maharaj.
Radhanath Swami is a very good friend with Bodhi Maharaj, of course.
So, we have to bring, so we will discuss in one of our meetings, not now, maybe 2 or 3 weeks from now, that we will have Radhanath Maharaj, Bodhan Maharaj, Shaunaka Rishi, all of us just have like an introduction welcome note for this project.
I just recently came to know that Bodhan Maharaj also has a very good relation with Shaunak Rishi Prabhu, because last year, 2 years ago, when Bodhan Maharaj went to London, Shaunak Rishi Prabhu invited Bodhan Maharaj to OCHS and they had a meeting.
Who is Shaunaka? Who said?
There is one disciple of Bodhan Maharaj who is actually in London. So she went with Maharaj for that meeting when Shaunak Rishi had a nice meeting with Bodhan Maharaj at OCHS.
Okay, it's a Gaudiya Math Center, right?
Yeah.
In London. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, this will be fantastic. This is a brilliant idea to have everybody together for the launch of the website, Prabhu.
Yes.
We have Radhanath Maharaj and make it live everywhere through a Facebook live campaign. Pranava Prabhu, this will be a great thing. We call all our donors, everyone, and make it a live program.
That would be fantastic, Prabhu. Fantastic. And my last point, we Balaram Leela Prabhu was discussing about, we gave to Jaya Patak Maharaj, devotees, we gave the PDF files of the Gaudiya and maybe the Nadia Prakash, maybe Sajjana Toshani. I don't know, Sundar Gopal, you know better. We give them everything, right?
Yes. Not everything. Only, I think, Gaudiya, Nadia Prakash and Sajjana Toshani, nothing else. Yes.
So my question now is, are they also putting that out like we are doing at the OCHS? What? Because they're working with it, right?
Yes, they are working. They told us that they are not going to put anywhere because they are doing it for their personal research, like Jayapataka Maharaj team.
Okay, very good. Yeah, I want to just confirm.
Yeah, we have to launch Pranava Prabhu in the next 1 month. This one.
Yeah, because we have to do it, because then everybody knows, okay, they are going to put everything out. Nobody needs to do that.
Yes.
So it's clear.
Okay, so you agree with this watermark, right? So then we can proceed.
Yes, we said bscindia.com at the end, right? It says that, right?
Yes,
bscindia.com.
So you don't want this, like
no,
you don't
no,
want the last line.
Take it away. Take it away. Take it away.
Okay.
No need. The red one is perfect, Prabhu. Perfect.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Hare
Yes.
Krishna.
Okay. Hare Krishna.
Yes.
Thank you.
So, lot of happening, Prabhu. The conference with Asiatic, the religious study program, Srini Goswami's PhD, lot of things we are moving ahead.
Thank you so much, Prabhu. This is a wonderful paradise of Krishna consciousness in the world. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Thank you.